One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Glad to have you with us from Springfield, Missouri, Plaster Stadium, home to the Missouri State Bears. As we'll see, the number 14 team in the country, the Oklahoma State Cowboys, taking on another team from the Big 12, the Missouri State Bears. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Cowboys will put total leather to crank us up. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So Missouri State's offense will have the football first. Last week was a tape they'd rather just put right in the dumpster and forget about it. David, how does a guy bounce back from a game like the one he had last week?
Well, hopefully he burned that tape, because that was not great. That was not what they're wanting to do, man. Just turning the football over, not enough productive plays. And so how do you bounce back? How do you get started in this football game? Jesse, make it easy. Get him in a rhythm. Don't make it very complicated. Don't give him a chance to turn it over again. You don't need to put this losing streak to another digit in the column.
Yeah, I agree. I think there was two big things. I think, one, he was just pressing. He was trying to force the big play to happen when there were other completions to be had. So he's just got to do a better job being patient. And I think the guys around him also have to step up as well. They need to run the football. They need to get that controlled passing game going on early to get into a rhythm, as you said, to help this guy get into a good headspace here early and turn the page from what happened the last time.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Grabbed behind the line, it's Combs. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. That's now 200 catches in his career.
It's so impressive because of his dependability. This guy has been consistent, David, week in, week out. He shows up, and he makes plays.
And it's easy to coach a guy like that. Consistent, does the work, catches the football, you know where he's going to be. That's why he's got 200 catches.
And the Bears have their offense in high gear. Gonna run it. It's Alexander. Oh, he's got some space. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks for the first down. Now setting up shop in the red zone. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Man, they could have flipped that field in a hurry, right? They've given up some yards. They're sitting in their own red zone. A chance to make a big play. Yeah, he could have made that interception and could have flipped this field.
Nowhere close on that one as he got 12 trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. The play action fake. He's got it on the run. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense first and goal from the 7. The Bears didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Looking for the goal line, and he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Missouri State!
Man, it doesn't get any better than that. You script the first 10 plays, that was 10 plays. That was perfection. That was a touchdown. That's called good scouting, being ready for the football game, and executing to a T to start this game off.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Oklahoma State Cowboys offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming in this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Going with the counter play here. Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Yeah, it's a really good job with the misdirection, right? Bringing somebody's one direction with so much speed, the defense reacts. Now you bring another guy the other direction. Hard to see one and then react to the other, especially with that kind of speed on the field, and that's why you had a big play.
Well, good call by the defense there. They dialed up blitz into that running play, and the linebacker able to make the stop.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that's what makes this defense so difficult to run against. They've got guys up front that just push offensive linemen backwards. They basically push the blockers right into the lap of that running back.
Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Now from inside the red zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
And a golden opportunity slips away from the defense there. That's one he'd love to have back. He knows he should have come away with the interception there in the red zone.
Puts it out of the air. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
8th play of the drive coming. It'll be a 3rd and 6. They just keep firing. Snags it. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a 1st and goal.
3rd down, the focus of the defense has to shift. It has to change. We have to understand now exactly where the sticks are. We can't give up those plays for them to get beyond the sticks and get those first downs.
They're going to run it. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3.
And you got to get locked in the red zone. A lot of defensive coordinators, they'll tell you, we'll give up yards, but we got to understand what we're trying to get accomplished. Great job down here near the goal line. This defense bowing their neck up and getting a big stop.
He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. That'll bring him to within 4.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic.
Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Leaves it with the back. Breaks into the open. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
Got the 1st down and still on his feet. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Looking for room, it's Alexander.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete. Quarterbacks love to have a big target out there, and as big as this dude is, needed a bigger target that time.
It's tough to miss a target that big, Reese. You put those guys in there, and you know I'm going to throw it up to him and let him make a play. I just didn't know I could throw it that far, or I was that strong, or really I didn't know you were that bad where you could miss that big of a target.
And the Bears with the 1st and 10. Handoff from the gun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
He's got his man. And he's almost to that 1st down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the 1st down. We've come to the end of the period. It's Missouri State holding the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played 1 period. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Wide receiver comes in motion. Caught in the backfield, it's Combs. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple 1st downs together. Defense, next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. He's got it and still on his feet. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal.
Everything seems to be working for this offense right now, and if they keep this up, this could get ugly by the 4th quarter.
That's got it. Touchdown, Bears! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone. There have been miniseries, novels, movies, long-form plays that have been over in shorter period of time than that drive. That was a marathon.
And that's just so frustrating when you're a defensive guy, time and time again, trying to get the stops, and they just keep making the plays, and they punch it in for a touchdown. Demoralizing.
And the point after is good. Fielded in the end zone. It's Fox. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. There's a little more urgency attached to this drive. They've only been able to put up a field goal and start this one down 14-3. Got the quick pass. Got room at the 35. Turning it on. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the 1st down before he steps out of bounds.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
Here comes the heat. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and that can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
Now facing 2nd and long after the defense came up with that sack. Fires to the middle. Wide open downfield. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down.
He's tackled.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love this slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
They have just not been able to get this guy into a rhythm so far in this game. I know it's still the first half, but there's been nothing going for him like you just saw in that last run. He's an outstanding talent. You may have to start thinking about throwing him the football.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Cowboys! If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing, for this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Motion from the wideout. Toss to the outside. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him 1.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Finds his man. It's Williams. There he goes. Out to the 35-yard line and a little extra breathing room with that 15-yard pickup. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
And this offense is clicking, everything's moving, and the guy carrying the football, I mean, he is carrying the rock. Like, this is a guy he's setting this tone for this game, creating some balance on this offense. This offense is going to be a handful.
Yeah, David, I'd love to sit here and say, well, the offensive coordinator is just one step ahead of his counterpart across the field. That's not it. Right now, his offensive line is establishing the line of scrimmage, and you mentioned the back. He right now is running with authority on this drive.
Finds a man on the right. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. He's got it. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the first down. The target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the first down marker is, make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision to make.
So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Finds him out of the backfield. He steps out of bounds, but not before he has enough to set him up first and goal. The Bears, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Quarterback sneaks it ahead. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? They'll try it again from the one on second and goal. They'll try to pass their way in. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And on that situation on the 1 yard line, the defense brings so many guys. Palmer gets in the backfield, creates the negative play.
Yeah, I think we're seeing the overall athleticism of this defense. They've got guys flying to the ball.
Moves away as he feels pressure. He's going for the goal line. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The offense trying to find a way on 4th and goal from the 2. He wants to throw it. Fires into the end zone. He's picked off and he's thrown a dozen of them. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Motion from the back. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Swings it out to the flat. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Clock's running and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. Back to pass. Gets it out fast. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that 3rd down play. Looking to throw for it. Pocket breaking down. The defense calls the timeout. Their 2nd of the day as they try to get their act together. The Cowboys will punt it away on 4th down. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. Looking for running room. He'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. Okay, guys, the Bears offense comes onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
That's caught. It's Williams. Tackled at the 45 after the 5-yard play. It's enough for the 1st down. The offense burns his 3rd and final timeout of the half. They've crossed midfield at the 45 with a 1st and 10. Here we go. Looking to throw on 1st down. Here's a hit. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Grab near the sticks. It's Williams. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Guys, you never want to sound the upset alert bell too early, but might be time to at least know where the button is for it.
Know where the button is, and listen, there's no need to panic yet, but if you're the unranked team, just like this, when you're playing a better team, you want to come in and you want to hang around, Jesse, and they're doing just that, staying in this game and have a lead.
Yeah, the unranked team, they've been playing with more intensity in this one. And I think if you're a leader right now on the ranked squad, you've got to be talking to your guys and waking everybody up. This coaching staff is going to have to make some halftime adjustments, but they're going to have to give an earful to their guys to come out here in the 2nd half and start making some plays.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
All right, guys, thanks. Looks like we've had ourselves a very enjoyable 1st half so far. And how can we begin our analysis of that 1st half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. And on that note, time to throw it back to our guys at the stadium.
Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. Tight game as we start the 3rd quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the 2nd half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop.
Oh, he's got some space. We've seen this from this sophomore, so dangerous after he makes the grab.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
And you can tell the QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan, and the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand, and more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not dirty, not cheap shots, but end of the plays, when I can be physical and really make him feel me, I think that'll always bode well in a fourth quarter game.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Gets the back moving. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Oh, it's picked off. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. So here comes the Missouri State offense. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll run it from the gun. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Missed receiver there, it's incomplete. They couldn't connect on 2nd down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. And the Bears will bring the punt team onto the field. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Off the RPO, complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. He's just winning that matchup in the slot every time.
And when you put him in the slot, Reese, he's closer to the quarterback. It's an easier throw. We can run in, we can run out, and really take advantage of his versatility of the guy at that slot position.
Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better...
Breaks into the open. Brought down at the 26-yard line after a pickup of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a 1st down. And the Cowboys are rolling down the field. Last couple of plays, the offense seems to be just one step ahead, David.
Yeah, and I'm going to have to do something to disrupt the timing, the rhythm. I got to do something that they're not expecting, because right now they got the run and they got the pass working. So this defense, they have to find something new to kind of confuse this offense.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
At the 15-yard line.
The Cowboys have it with a 1st and 10. He's got it on the right. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
And the Cowboys are threatening on 1st and goal. Pushes for the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Cowboys!
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming in this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So here comes the Bear offense. Their lead is gone, and they'll try to grab it back on this drive. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 for the first down.
The old school toss play, huh? A little just toss to the right, get the running back on the run. A little bit more space, too, out wide where you can see, like, oh, where am I going to go? Where's the hole as opposed to when you run right up the gut. So I like the mix-up. I like changing it up, tossing that fast guy and get him on the perimeter.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
All right, great little run there. Listen, it wasn't phenomenal. He didn't get a first down, but what does it do? Now it makes second down easier. The play caller looking at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it. Still in a great position. Ready to stay ahead of the chains.
And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. The Bears are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Fullback's got it. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
4th down coming up.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab past the marker. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. Now they've got it at the 44 on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Now improvising. He'll pull it down and run. They make the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and a first down.
And defensively, you've got to know this guy, man. He's got some wheels to him. He'll get outside the pocket. You can't let him outside the cage. Those ends have to do a good job of keeping contained. When you lose it, this is what happens. He can get outside, can scramble, and can get first downs.
And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Power football with the run. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field.
Turning it on! He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep.
With a big opportunity in the red zone.
We've reached the end of the 3rd quarter, and we have a potential classic on our hands, all tied up as we take a peek at the stats. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line. They've got it down to the 3, now it's 2nd and goal. What looking to fire. Back's looking for the goal line. And this one will be stopped for no gain. And they've moved their way down, but still they need 2 more yards. Can they bang it in with the running game on third? Touchdown, Bears! They move on top here in the 4th.
Man, it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot. Let's see if they can pull this one out. Out of the gun, the running back has it. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Cowboys with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Got it behind the line. It's Hart. Across the 45. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Right on the money. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. They've done a really good job creating the matchups they want out of the slot.
Yeah, dude, get that guy matched up on a linebacker. That guy matched up on a safety. Keep him away from the corners by putting him in the slot. Get him the football. Let him make plays.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
In the slant route, you got to put that foot in the ground and cut in a hurry so you can create a little bit of separation from that cornerback, and a nice job with the concentration, plucking that football, pulling it in.
To the air on 1st down. Got his man. Boy, that was a precision play all the way around. Throw, catch, tackle, bang, bang, bang.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. And the Cowboys come to the line with a new set of downs. On the move. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
The defense really gets it. They understand what's going on. The quarterback is a threat to run the football. I have to understand that. It changes the way I play defense. Am I going to have more speed on the field? Whatever I do, I got to make sure I do what they did right there. Focus in on the QB, lock in, and make sure he doesn't beat me.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the 1st. Just outside the red zone at the 21, but it's 3rd and long. Unloads to the wideout. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma State.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And that extra point was good, and we are deadlocked here in the fourth. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, one of the biggest games of the week is playing out right now. Let's check in on this top 25 battle. The home team has the lead right now, but this crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet today. The away team is hanging in there, but they're going to need something to break their way, and soon. They're up by 7 over Ohio State. We'll let you know if anything else comes out of Big Ten country from this one. Back to you.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just...
There he goes! And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
The defense needs to have a plan for this guy. They weren't ready for that one. Drag route running all the way across the field. And the DB just can't stay with him because of his speed. And as a result, they give up a big one.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll run it out of the shotgun.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one a long one on third down from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. Got a man, it's Williams. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
This guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way. Nice job there, throwing in time, getting it to him in space and allowing him to go to work. This is turning into a very nice statistical day for this wide receiver.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8, he leaves it with the back. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
I love the play call by the offense here running the ball. The score is what it is right now. You don't have to panic. You don't have to throw it every single down. You don't have to go up tempo. Just run your stuff. Be balanced. Run the football. Make sure this defense stays honest.
Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18. Looking downfield on first down. He's got him. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Wide receiver going in motion. The give to the back. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
It's all tied up. This offensive line, they want the pressure. They want everything to go through them here. They're saying, look, let's just run the ball. Let's get this thing down closer and closer to the goal line. Let's bleed some clock and put ourselves in a position to win.
And let's not complicate this. It's worked before. The QB sneak continues to get first downs. Keep using it. Keep moving the chains.
Tight end now in motion. They'll run it on 1st and goal. He just kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. coming to the line of scrimmage on 3rd down. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Timeout on the field, and everybody want to make sure they're organized as we come down the gut of the game. And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. And he'll try to boot them into the lead in the final minute. And it's right down the boulevard. There's a lot of celebrating going on over there after taking the lead, but there is still time on the clock.
That's a big-time kick. Had to have it. Nice job taking the lead. Nice execution. Now, defensively, you know exactly what you're getting in for. One more stop, and this one's over.
Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. So the first order of business here, David, is don't knock yourself out of field goal range.
Correct. Don't take the sack. Don't get a negative play. But if I can be aggressive, Palmer, I'm still trying to go to the end zone to get the immediate dub.
And take as much pressure off of your kicker as you possibly can. You just got to wonder what he's thinking right now. Lots of pressure on him.
He's trying to get them set quickly. They have to get the ball into field goal range. Now the play fake. He wants a big play here late. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. He goes down right there, but not before coming up with a big interception.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always, always remember your first interception. He'll always remember this moment.
Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. It's really the most common type of upset we see every year. The home field advantage is so big, and especially when you have a ranked team come to town, they love to play spoiler.
Yes, and what needed to happen happened in this football game. Something good to happen early to get the belief and to get this crowd involved. And when the crowd gets involved, Jesse, it changes the game, and I think it had a lot to do with the outcome today.
I agree. I'll tell you, regardless whether this team is ranked or unranked, when their home crowd is like they were today, they're tough to beat, period. And you know this crowd and these fans